Hello, and welcome to my bite-sized animated web series on the wonders of music theory. Most of my information is taken from Robert Hutchinson's website on music theory for the 21st century classroom, so big shout out to him, and I'll link his website in the description. Pitch generally relates itself with the notes you play. A good example is the piano, with the notes going lower as you move left, and the notes going higher as you move right. But how do you even represent that visually? Well, with notation. Regardless of what instrument you learn to play, all your notes are going to fall on the staff, which consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. However, what instrument you play will also determine what clef you are playing in. These clefs determine what notes you'll actually be playing. Sure, you could throw notes anywhere on the staff, but without a clef, they don't necessarily have any sort of definition. When playing in the G clef or treble clef, the line notes go in the order E, G, B, D, and F, which can be memorized with the mnemonic, "Every good boy does fine." But what about the spaces in between the lines? Well, they go in the order F, A, C, then E. Did you catch that? They spell face, which is a terrific way to remember them. Now, what about this other clef? The F clef, or bass clef, follows that same sort of pattern, except every note is shifted down either a whole line or space. But are the notes the same? No, not quite. Instead, the notes on the lines follow the order G, B, D, F, then A, which you can remember with the mnemonic, "Good boys do fine always." What about the spaces? Well, the spaces go in the order of A, C, E, and G, which you could also remember with the mnemonic, "All cows eat grass." So is that it? Just those 2 clefs? Well, there's plenty more, but they aren't very common and we'll probably visit them later. As we discussed previously, the notes in music cycle between A through G. If you've ever seen a piano before, you know there's typically 88 notes that all follow this pattern. But what makes each set different? Well, it's the pitch. Each set is defined as an octave register, either moving up or down in pitch depending on which direction you go. What about specific notes? Well, the distance between 2 of the same note is called an octave. The difference being that this applies to just 1 note rather than 7. Some examples of octave registers are C4, D6, B1, etc. C4, however, is the most important, as it's known as the middle C, and is an important point of reference in music. Depending on the clef you're in, the location of middle C can differ quite a bit. As you know, there are 7 main notes, but there are 5 other in-between notes that just sound unsure. These notes are referred to as accidentals, and depending on the context, either sharps or flats. For example, this note could either be a G sharp or an A flat. Or this one could either be an E flat or a D sharp. There are 5 kinds of accidentals: flats which lower the note by a half step, double flats which lower the note by a whole step, sharps which raise the note by 1/2 step, double sharps which raise the note by 1 whole step, and naturals, which remove any sort of half steps. Eharmonic notes are 2 notes that sound the same, but are written with different notation. For example, D flat and C sharp, or F sharp and G flat. Make sure to come back for my next video, where we'll talk about major scales, minor scales, key signatures, and scale degrees. Thanks for watching, and catch you later.